Hey guys, so I'm back with another glute workout, and this is just a glute workout that I've been doing for the past few weeks, and I just wanted to share with you guys. So I'm gonna first start off with glute activation, and I find this really important, especially for those people that are really quad dominant and have a hard time focusing in on channeling in on your glute muscles. And just to get them fired up. So I like to do glute activation first just to get them warmed up and so they are activated throughout the rest of the workout. So first, you see me doing side lateral steps, and I do these to activate the side glutes just to get them fired up. And you just want to have a slight bend in your knees and make sure your knees aren't going past your toes also. So now I'm just doing leg raises, and so the main thing that you want to keep in mind here is that the standing leg, you want to have a slight bend in it, and then the foot that you're bringing up, you want to have a flex foot on it just so that you feel it in your glutes and not in your lower back. So now I'm just doing squats, and you just want to make sure to keep your knees not go past your toes and have your feet pointing a little bit towards the sides just so you hit your glutes and not your quads. So now you're just gonna see me do sumo deadlifts, and you just want to make sure with deadlifts that you do practice proper form before adding any really heavy weight to it, because the last thing that you want is to have an injury from performing this. So you just want to make sure you have good technique and just practice without any weight at all first. So you just want to make sure to pull from your glutes and your legs and not your lower back. That's the most important thing. And to keep your chest up and have no bend in your back. So here I'm just gonna do some another glute activation exercise, and these are just gonna be hip thrusts without any weight on them. So I'm just gonna use the resistance band only, and I like to do this because I like to focus on my glutes when I do the hip thrust, because before, if I didn't do the glute activation, I would mostly feel it in my quads, and I want to feel it in my glutes only, and also my hamstrings too. But so since I just do the glute activation, it really helps me make that muscle mind connection to my glutes, and I push up from my heels, and I keep most of my weight in my heels and not on like my whole foot. So now I just added weight to my hip thrust, and what you want to make sure, like I've mentioned before, is to keep all the weight in your heels so that you do feel the burn in your glutes and not really your quads per se. And you want to keep your upper back on the bench or whatever flat surface you're at, and you want to make sure that you keep your chin tucked in so you could be looking at your knees the entire exercise so that you do feel the burn in your glutes and not anywhere else. So here I'm just supersetting the hip thrust with some squats, and what you want to make sure is that you keep your feet pointed outwards a little bit so you feel the burn in your glutes, and make sure your knees don't go past your toes. So next I'm just doing straight leg deadlifts, and you do want to keep a slight bend in your knees when doing these just so you don't lock out your knees. And you want to feel the weight being pulled down from your glutes and your hamstrings, and then pull back up from your glutes and hamstrings and not your lower back. And make sure to keep a straight back while doing these also. And so now I'm going to be supersetting the straight leg deadlifts with some lunges. So I just call them side lunges, but they're also called curtsy lunges. So instead of a normal lunge, just stepping back, you do go to the side a little bit. And you just want to make sure that with any lunge, your knees don't go past your toes. And as you can see here, I'm showing you a front view just so you can see that you do cross back with your foot. And this just targets your side glute. And so you just want to make sure you're keeping your back straight, going straight down and up, and make sure your knees don't go past your toes. So for this last exercise, they're called glute kickbacks, and what you want to make sure is that you keep a slight bend in your standing knee and that you do have a flex foot. So these are the same variation of the glute activation, except now we're just adding weight to it. And so these are just going to isolate the glutes and help build them up. So you just want to keep a flex foot and make sure that you keep your back flat so that you don't feel the strain in your lower back and that it does come from your glutes. Thanks guys for watching my video. If you guys enjoyed it, give the video a thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one.